Testing. Hear the voices. Now it is working. Good morning, everyone. So what a move yesterday. We had 1,000 point move up. That does not work every day. If some of you got that move, congrats. Definitely looking nice. We did not have a full retest actually on Nasdaq, but ES actually proved the same system that it works. Look what a beautiful entry that we could have had at 10 o'clock. So we had a first entry at 8, and then we had a second one around 3 o'clock in the afternoon to do the same movement back up. But if you're trading a prop from yesterday, you were not able to trade it either, because they don't allow it. They don't want you to trade, of course. They would not be making money, and that's something that they don't want, of course. So for now, we just made a full break of structure back upside. So I want to see, do we go first to previous week high, or are we going to have a small retest back in one of these Valley gaps just below us? If we have a retest into those Valley gaps, I am longing this trade to previous week high. So these are two valid entries. Reason why, if you take your FIB tool, you just draw this movement at 8. This is that 6-7 level, and this is that 7-8 level. So we are definitely having very great entries right here. Stops, you can put it at this wicks low at 24,853. If we get there, if it just keeps moving, I'm not gonna chase it. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Because this is definitely a clean 2R plus. If we have the lowest one, that's a 5. So this is definitely a clean trade. That's about 70 points stop, the first one. The second one, it's about 130 point stop. So that's a decent stop. So I'm only looking for longs because the market is just showing us huge potential. We did came in a 1 minute for Valley Gap here that was untouched yet. So we tapped it with this wick. So I do want to see the reaction right now, so we can just be able to move lower to take out some of this trend line liquidity that's been building up right now. Because this is an imbalance and it definitely will get filled up. Yeah, if you don't know what an imbalance is, that's the same as a for value gap, if you know that word. If we get a shift below this level on a 1 minute, I'm wanting to short this either also. And I'm willing to take that risk to short it back down to one of those for value gap. That's a 2.2 or definitely a good trade too. But we do need a shift first in structure before we can do that. But we're trading, if we trade this, this is against the major trend, so we are putting our stops rather fast to break even. Again, once we have that shift here and we have a 5 minute body close below that wick here, I would enter it to take a short back down to that fair value of price at 25,000 level actually. Do know that I'm gonna put the stop in less than 2 minutes is definitely on break even. If we see that shift going because we have a 5 minute just below it too, if we tap then we have the structure back moving upwards, I don't want to be part of it then. So if we take this, that's a shift in a 5 minute structure only that we have. So we are putting our stop rather fast to break even again. That you just let you know. Morning to all. But I would want to see a full body close. No body close, no entry. What a plummet yesterday from oil. If anybody traded oil this week, damn. From 27 February, that was up 100, that was 78%. And that drop yesterday, that was also huge. What a drop. Yeah, the market is definitely getting shaken up a bit. I am definitely believing that continuing up right now. So longs are my favorite. If I want to, if we have a retest of this, that would be a long definitely. Hope some of you got that catch, the move from yesterday. Back up to 71,000 on Bitcoins. So there is definitely some movement in that area. I'm still in my trade. It's been a while. So I've been in this trade from February 26th, so that's about a month now. If it now comes back to that high to 73,000, it does not shift to the upside, I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna put my stop to break even then and just gonna let it ride. Because if it does not move above 73,000 right now, it's gonna go all the way back to at least 60,000. So then otherwise that would be my stop. It's been hanging here for a while now, so it should move and continue. Like I said, we are looking for longs, so nothing yet. It is on the screen. I am not in a trade. I'm just looking. Like I said, I want to see a shift to the downside before entering this. Otherwise, I'm just going to be patient until we have a full retest of this move to continue it. So if we don't get that trade, just be okay with it. Yesterday was the same. It didn't came to our entry, so I did not do anything. Nonetheless, we did have a 1,000 point move. That does not mean that we cannot have the same movement again today. That's just following that plan. Making sure that you can do this repeatedly over and over again until it is just so boring that you actually make money from it, what you actually want. Believe me, guys, trading is not excited. If it is excited, you're doing something wrong. Correctly, you did not some. You are doing something not correctly. That's just what happens in trading. You just have to be. So my main idea is still, I would love to long or from this 15 minutes or the one just below it. But if we take our previous week high, this is the most right here that we have. If we take out that high, we will definitely see if the market wants to shift down to form a retest, yes or no, or it just wants to continue up. If it does not want to continue up, it will happen at that high. But then everything moves up, of course, too. What do I mean by it moves up? The more the market moves up, the higher our entry comes to. So this could have been potentially, if we breach that high, we will have an order breach to the upside. So if this was a trade to the upside, would have worked. Pre-orb, I believe it worked today. Yeah, definitely a clean pre-orb. Oof. One of the strategies that you learned from me. Damn, guys, that's a 150 point move for pre-orb. Congrats. I love it when a strategy actually works always and keeps working. Second payout from one of our students. Give him a shout out. I was very happy to hear it. So the full course paid for himself. Twice, actually. Hmm. And I'm not just selling a course, people. I'm actually making sure that you can follow a structured process. And I'm actually doing something with the mindset too. So I make sure that your mindset is much more calm than most traders actually can imagine. And yes, it's true meditation because it helps. And that is standard extra into the meditation. The program is standard into my course that you can have it from me. Be happy I paid for it. So it's not my invention, but it works. Now here we can have that shift to the downside. So I'll explain also why. So we had a shift, we had a tap, and here we actually came to the top of this candle. If we do not breach above that candle, that means that we just retested it. And that's actually TP1 after Vervali gap reached. So this would have been TP1 if you entered on that 5 minutes. This 5 minutes actually. So the candle's body's high is actually then TP1, and then here we can see what the market wants to do. If the market does not continue above that structure again, that means that the market will have a retest for fair value of price. Fair value of price is more headed somewhere around this area. So this is around fair value of price. There's a small void here that we could have a strong reaction of, but I would prefer at least this lower or the full low of the body to enter along of. I want to get myself a drink, so we will have to be patient. The market is just going sideways right now until we have that shift or we take out previous week high. Oh, tomorrow live trading is in Discord, by the way. Remember that. Make sure that you're here. So it will be Discord instead of YouTube tomorrow. Just that you know. Ja, als het dus niet meer lukt, load ik hem wel een nieuwe page of film nog staan. YouTube geen hoesting heeft om mee te werken. Okay, market still slowly moving up. So that's 5 minutes now beside each other that we did not move at all. So it did not go above it. So if the market starts moving a little bit lower, we will probably come back to that fair value gap then. But until that happens, be patient. Yeah. I'm definitely putting a limit order on that 24,921 to long back off of it. If that is not correct and we take out this low, we will probably take out Asia low and continue to drop further down. So I'm putting a limit order at this level, 24,914. So here we have a shift that we will have. Yeah, I'm gonna jump in a short right here. So I'll take that short. Stops at the high. I want to take it back to our valley gap. That's a half hour against the. I'm in with a half hour again. It's against the trend that we are trading. I'm in a short. Once we break that low, yeah. Right now, I want to see it continue. We do not want to see it come back to our entry. So we created 3 minutes for valley gap out of it too, so we can come back one more time to tap that for valley gap. Then we need to continue. I want to see it continue right here. Reason why, that's a 15 minute for valley gap too. We still have another 5 minute for valley gap. We will tap this one too. So the next 50 seconds, I want to see that continue. If we do not close below that wick, I'm closing this trade. I want to see the next 40 seconds to continue going under that structure right here. That's what I want to see. This needs to push further down right now. Then afterwards, we can take that test and back down. We do need to close below that wick right now. If you want to reduce a bit of risk, you can actually put your stop already at 25,145 or even 138. We should not come back to that high. So we got 9 seconds. I don't want to see it come back to the entry now. It needs to push. Once we hit this 5 minute for valley gap, stops are at entry. So then you're up almost the R, depending on what you do. Once we go below this low right here on a 5 minute structure, once we hit that low, we will have a full shift and then we are good to go. 25,044. Then there's a change of character to the downside we have if we break that structure. If you can take it all the way back to that 25,000 level, that's a clean trade that we can have. There is a potential that we still come back up one more time. There is still a 3 minute for valley gap right here, but I prefer that we just continue low right now. I'll explain in a minute why I actually entered this. There is actually a second reason. So we had a huge, I'll keep watching for a second. I'll explain in a minute. So here's that tap. So now it's up to you. You can put your stop to break even to be sure that the market continues, or you have a break even trade, or you just let the market do its thing and be okay with your stop. That's up to you. My enter is at 117. So now we had that tap. So this is the last part that we do want to see that continuation, because here we could have a huge shift back to the upside too. This is that 15-minute tap, and this is the last minute. But if we now move back to our entry, I'm out. I'll explain it immediately also. So if it is now comes back to my entry, I am out. Reason we are trading against major trend. So here on a 15-minute, now we see that that shift is coming. But the next minute, I do want to see this continue to drop. In the next hourly, this can come back. That's okay. And this candle, it needs to keep pushing downwards. So now in this 5 minute, there is a possibility that we move up, tap that 5 minute for value gap that we have right here, and then continue down. That is possible. So you're up $1 right here, you can choose. If you take a small profit right here and it comes back, you can end it. You can actually trade with a small profit. Once we break that low of 24,000, it will come all the way back at least to 25,000. So then we're good to go. But this is the last part. And we have a little bit of possibilities that the market still moves up. The reason is just because this is an upward trend, people. So we are not moving yet lower. On the bigness of this candle that we can watch, it does look like it wants to continue downwards. We did not tap yet that 5 minutes, so just be patient. So if you ever heard of the concept of the power of three, this happens actually in every candle. If you have not yet heard of it, I'll explain it in a minute. So what's the power of three? That's manipulation, distribution, manipulation, accumulation, and distribution or continuation in the direction that it wants. And it always forms in a candle. So say that we have a downward candle. The first, now we tapped it. I actually want to see this reaction fast away from it. I'll continue from my explanation. So the three stuff is, so the first part of the candle that moves up is most of the time the manipulation. If the candle moves down, this is distribution, and accumulation happens halfway the candle most of the times. Now this I don't like, that's a huge shift candle. I do want to see it drop rather fast now. For the next 5 minutes, I do want to see it continue to drop. Now I want to see continuation. So what do? We had a test, we came back into it, and now it needs to drop and continue to fall further down. Okay, excuse me for that. Yeah. Now we come under our entry one more time. If we now come back up, that's gonna be a close trade for me. So I want to see it continue to move down now. We came and filled up that for value gap. We should not go back up now. We should fully continue to move down. I'm waiting for that candle close. See what happens. We got 2 more minutes and that's 15-minute candle too. So let's wait for this close and then see. The one that I didn't like about this area was actually this move right here. This candle was the one that I didn't like the most of it. There's no news normally coming out that I watched. Yeah, if you put your stop to break even, you were out already. I said I would have done it if this candle, the 15, came immediately back. It's only a half hour at risk, so that's okay. For a potential 2.5 to 3 hour, that's definitely a good momentum. Okay, this trade does not look too promising. We should not have a candle this big back up. It should have continued. I need to go take a bathroom break. Give me a minute. Be right back. So stop is at entry. If it now comes back, I'm out. It should not take that long to move the market back. So it's just this filling up the orders right now. So what did I see? It shifted down. It came and took out that structure one more time. It created a 5 minute for valley gap. So it should shift back down. It created for valley gaps to the upside too. And they are holding right now. So it should move immediately, rapidly down. Or I don't want to be part of it anymore because I'm trading against the major trends, and this is not something you want to be trading. If it doesn't move in your direction rather fast. So again, stops at entry. So if it now comes back to my entry, I'm out. Because we're in the last part of this hourly too, so we have the last half hour now. We already came back up once, so we should continue to move down. If that does not happen, again, I will be not part of it anymore. So that's my entry. So I'm out. So that's a break-even trade for me. I'll let this stand open and see what happens afterwards. If this now continues down, I was fine with it too. That's my choice because the market did not want to continue immediately. I did not want to be part of it anymore. So I'm journaling this trade. If the market continues down, then the idea was correct. Neither one, I did not want to stay in it because we were just hanging around here, and there was a huge possibility that we just continued. We will see tomorrow what happens. If you're still in it, congrats. This can still go to our TP, nonetheless. But the market did not want to move the way that I actually want to see it happen. That's all. This will be the only trade that I take today. I wish you all a great trading session for the rest of London session, and I'll see you back tomorrow morning. Enjoy.